With the current schedule in San Antonio High School, most students are starting their first period classes at 7:58 a.m. However, in 2019, California's Governor Gavin Newsom signed legislation that would push back school start times of high schools to 8:30. With this change being implemented next school year, staff and students begin giving their opinions on the law.
I think for the most part that it's actually a good thing because there's a lot of science behind the data that says that teenagers will do better if they're allowed to come a little later to school during the day.
Starting a little bit later, I think will be good. Hopefully it will decrease the number of tardies that we have of coming to school.
Some students, however, don't think the later start time will bring their desired effects.
It's not going to do anything because all it's going to do is give kids another reason to stay up an hour at night. So like, oh, we go to school's at 8:30, so let me stay up till like 11 or 12 rather than 10:30 or 11.
I don't think it would be as effective because either way, I'm pretty sure most of us are going to get around the same amount of sleep.
Karime explains how the change will affect student athletes.
Sports would end later, and right now with like the time change, like we end our practice when it's getting dark. Imagine later when it's going to be super dark and we end practice by then. We'll be tired and not want to do our own homework.
Mr. Urdu still thinks that the change in start time is essential to helping students.
And teenagers need 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night, and I know 85% of all teenagers don't get enough sleep. We know that by, again, data. That hopefully they'll get a little more rest and they'll be a little bit more alert. The data shows that this is a true thing, but nobody likes to change, and sometimes change is inevitable because we need to try to find ways to make education better for all of us.
Despite the changes that are coming, the staff in San Antonio High School is still ready to provide support to all their students regardless of the circumstances.
We are here to support you all, and just know that you all are awesome. Give yourselves a pat on the back and a good hug and keep doing what you're doing.
For Tiger Media Network, this has been Alex Nunez
and Estuardo Garcia.